So one of our core main advantages is exactly that of how to teach a computer how to obey all the rules of the law. Actually, we do something that goes beyond that. As we all know, there is a body of rules, right, that control what we can do and what we cannot do on the road. However, very often we violate them, and it is kind of accepted that it is okay to violate some rules under certain circumstances as long as you pay attention. For example, you may be stuck behind a garbage truck. You can either stay in your lane and wait half an hour until you get to the next intersection and can get away, or you can just look if nobody's coming from the other lane. You can get in the opposite lane, pass the garbage truck, get back to your lane. And as long as you do it safely and you check that nobody's coming from the other direction, nobody will really fault you for that. What we are teaching our cars is a principled way of using some form of judgment to violate some of the rules when it is necessary and to do so, but it's also safe to do so. So essentially mimicking the human reasoning in this kind of situation. That said, I think that there is a danger in everything I read about autonomous cars to humanize the car, like this anthropomorphic view of the driverless car, where we assign the driverless car the same kind of ethical criteria or ethical capabilities that we would expect in a human. I think that that is somewhat dangerous because the self-driving car will not be a human. It's not meant to replicate the human. Some people talk about having a Turing test for autonomous cars. That is, would I be able to distinguish from the outside a car driven by a human or a car driven by a computer? And the idea is I want to make them essentially indistinguishable. I'm not sure that's a good idea. That is, if you think of it, is tantamount to saying that humans are the perfect paradigm for driving. And as we all know, they're not. This could be a little bit controversial, but one way that I think that we could think of autonomous cars is really as appliances that happen to drive from place to place. An appliance is something that does a certain task. It's a very well understood task, reliably and safely. We don't, if we take a refrigerator or a washing machine, we don't evaluate what they do according to ethical standards. But clearly, thinking of autonomous car as an appliance will not help selling the autonomous car as a product. However, if I think of autonomous car as something that is just offering me the service of, transporting me from A to B, then I think of it as an elevator, right? A horizontal elevator, or a more sophisticated elevator that instead of just going back and forth along a fixed route, can actually travel over a complicated road network, essentially take me anywhere I want to go in the city. I think that that is is a somewhat critical change of perspective. So we don't think of elevators as something that needs to behave like a human would behave. An elevator is something that when you push a button, you expect it to come and and open the door at your floor. Then you get in, you push another button, it takes you to the third floor or wherever you want to go. And that's it. So this is the service that it provides. And as long as it provides this service in a very well understood, reliable, repeatable way, then it's fine.